record button. You'll have to clear that screen by clicking got it. Again, structural alignment so that we can soften and relax the tension in the body, what the Taoists call Li. Li being tension-based strength, which they also call clumsy strength. It's this clumsy way of using the body versus when you relax that Li out of the body and you soften everything, that's Song, soft and supple. And that's a way more elegant, effective, efficient way of moving our body through space, right? So we're right away just checking in with that aspect of the body, letting softness pervade. The breathing helps. Long, smooth inhale. Light holding of the breath. Long, smooth exhale when you're ready. Light holding of the breath. And we'll just do that another 12 to 15 breath cycles. Hands on your thighs, palms facing down. Slide hands forward, softly drop the head, rounding the back. Slide the hands back, elbows back, shoulder blades back, look up. Slide your hands forward. Do this a few times. It's your own rhythm. Get all the vertebra moving, the shoulder blades, the arms, and even the pelvic tilt where you're tipping to the back of the sits bones and then tipping to the front of the sits bones. 2 more. Settle to the middle, neutral, right into rotations. Left hand forward, right hand and elbow back, turning, and then switch. Switch. Back to center. Arms hang. Leaning softly to the right. Left wrist loading up. Leaning softly to the left as left hand goes down, right wrist loading. And this movement is very important because the other two movements we will do more commonly in various circumstances, the sort of forward and back and the rotation, but the lateral movement is something we tend to miss out on. So really finding this leaning and tilting feel sideways through space. And back to middle. Shoulders forward, up, back, down, forward and up, back. Last one. Reverse, go back and up. And middle. Right side, forward and up. Now, as the right goes back and down, the left side comes forward and up. And then left goes back as right comes forward. Left goes down as right comes up. Reverse, over the top. And just notice if I turn sideways, how my arm is going along for the ride. So my hand is moving quite a bit through space, but it's just driven by the movement of the shoulder, right? But I got to be loose enough through the arm so that it's almost like I'm swimming in space there. And release. And we're centered. Now, legs a little closer to each other. Rock forward, swing your pendulums forward, back, forward, back. Now swing them forward, stay forward as you go out, and then come around to the back and in. Swing forward, around to the back. Forward, out, back. Now level 2, we raise up a little, go flat out to the side, a little bit behind you, down, swing. But notice again, level 2 doesn't go too high, it stays right at this level. So what we're practicing is keeping the shoulders soft through the whole range of motion. Whereas if we go too high right away, tendency is we crank on the muscles. And then once we got that feeling, keep that softness and come up higher and go down. Closing, feel this closed quality and then this open quality. Close, open. One more. So now we go back to level 1, but we go in the other direction. So bring the hands back, around to the front, but we're staying down low with the hands and the shoulders staying very relaxed. And we're just moving within our own liquid matrix, in our own softness, fluid. Level 2, the hands come up a little bit, come across around chest height, down. Level 3, we come up the back and keep rising over the top. So we feel open, close, open. One more. In. Fold. And keep your hands up. Elbows down so the shoulders are soft and down, out and up, down, around, touch. Touch your elbows together. Down, out and up. Down, around and in. Down. Then back, down, forward, up, down, forward, down, back, down, forward, up. A few more. Down, out, palms face the floor, one above, one below. The below goes under the armpit and then around, hug. Elbows out, other above, other below. Open, close. Open, close. Open, close. In. Elbows down, forearms down, so you have 90-degree angle thereabout. Turn palms down, then up. Notice that nothing is changing in this portion of my arm. I'm not doing that. I'm doing this. So it's just the corkscrew in the forearm. Then keep your palms up. Hands go apart. Notice how I'm getting there. I'm not. What a lot of people do is they bend at the wrist or they try to force their elbow. But if you just relax everything and just move from the shoulder socket, external rotation, right? So easy, external rotation. Come back to neutral. Now, same, from the shoulder, internal rotation. So you see this shape I'm making. And again, what people tend to do is force at the hand or do something funky, but it's really just right from here, internal rotation. And you notice it should create a little hollowing of the chest and a folding of the torso. And then back to neutral, external rotation. This naturally does the opposite, unfolds, opens. Internal rotation, hollows the chest area. External rotation, opens. A couple more. Now, from this open position, Left hand up over the rainbow, all the way across, turning the body, sort of closing to that side, and then opening to this. And from here, step your feet further apart. Arms come up towards each other, one wrist above the other, just the wrists cross. Turn the palms down and let the hands sort of softly fall as you come down through the middle and let your arms separate. Arms should be internally rotated. You feel folded, closed, right? So it looks sometimes like I'm folding, but I'm not. I'm just closing. Then cross the wrist, come up. You're still in that sort of folded and closed position. And then it's opening, unfold. Up over, closing, drop over the hands and wrists and let the arms fall through the middle and separate. David, do you see what I've done? You're stuck all the way to here. And then cross, rise up, open. So eventually we want this movement to just be a very simple, fluid gesture of up over the top, cross, turning over, coming all the way down between your legs. David, don't get caught there. Come all the way down. And then we come from there up, back to here. Up over the top, cross, come all the way through and down. Cross, open. So remember this for something we're going to do later, which is a standing exercise that includes this idea. Okay? And stay here. Legs back, arms closer. Wrists fold over the top, under and out. Turn the palms up, over the top, under and out. Palms up. Switch directions, palms face down, drop, and then scoop towards, over the top and out. Turn the palms face down, drop, scoop. And hands up. Spread, gather. Spread, gather. A few more. Now, soft claw into a soft fist. Open, close. Bird beak, thumb to pinky. Bring the other three fingers down. Drop the wrist. So we got this little bird beak position. And then back. Thumb to pinky, and the other three fingers go to meet it as you go dropping the wrist, right? See that fold of the wrist. And then back. and monkey paw. Right? Great job. And then just a soft little single whip. So we don't have to force it. We don't have to crane beak, even though either of those is done in this single whip, but just let the hand be nice and soft, or make one of those more intense positions. Either is fine. Elbows bent, hands drawn in close towards each other. Open. Close. Open. Close. Now from the close position, extend forward. Push out through the back of the wrists, back of the hands, all the way till you're straight. Straighten those arms, yeah. And then retract. And then extend. And retract. Extend. And retract. Now stay here, open, extend, and retract. Extend, retract. Extend. Now from here, close, draw in, open, extend, around, draw in, open, extend, around, reverse, open, draw in, draw towards, forward. And scoot back a little bit. Chamber, push, chamber, down. Switching each time. Extend the right leg, point, flex, repeat. Invert, evert, foot goes a little in, a little out. Circles. Reverse. Set it down, other foot, point and flex. Invert, evert, the foot goes a little in, a little out. Circles. Other way. And scoot forward. Swivels. Left leg, turn knee and toes out. Heel out, knee in. Heel and toes out. Heel out, knee in. One more, you should be around your maximum. And then walk it in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Again. 1, 2, 3, 4. Walk it in. And switch legs. 1, 2, 3. Hold. Walk it in. 2, 3, 4. And out. Both toes, heels, toes, toes, heels. Neutral, hip distance or so, hands on thighs, fold. As you fold, swivel on the palms of the hands so the the elbows point forwardish, and then sit upright, the arms come back to neutral, and then lean back from the hips. Vertical, fold with the rotation of the arms, bowing. Up, lean back. Come to vertical, step your feet wider. Dragon takes a bow, so now we have more room to move through our quad. Hands are on the thighs, turn so the fingers are on the inside, elbows are flared out. Bow between the legs, between the arms. And then up, arms to neutral, lean back. And again. Bow with arms turned into that dragon position. And up and back. 2 more. Now, as you're leaning back, the dragon stirs the seat. Tip to the right buttock. Bow, elbows flare out, sink and scoop across to the other side. Stay to the left side as you come around the back. Bow, scoop. Three in that direction, and then reverse. And finishing. Settle. From here, Shogun, to settle everything after finishing our joint mobilization work. And standing up and sitting down, slide your feet back a little bit. Fold at the hips, arms, shoulders, and head in front of your ankles. And you can just push through the earth and come up. Sitting down, recreate that relationship. Butt back, arms, head, and shoulders in front of the ankles. And then down. Repeat 3 times. 3 more times. You can add at the top, like I'm doing here, where I come up, just a little push of the hips forward. So you create this little shape, and then sink down, find your chair. So that really helps to emphasize, and even leaning back while you're here, to lean, and just everything's coming from that middle, from the hips. Hips forward just a little bit. Loose and free. Now without sitting in the chair, just the squats. So don't actually sit, just get low and then back up and hips forward, hips back, sink. One more. And middle. From standing, let yourself tip a little towards the toes. And then middle. And then a little towards the heels. Middle. Toe. Middle. Heel. Let the arms swing a little forward like pendulums. Swing a little back like pendulums. Forward. Forward. Now, as you rock back, the arms are swinging back, then stay back for a moment and float the arms up. Rock forward to the toes, the hands sweep around and reach out, palms face up. Rock back, the hands come in as if you're bringing something in the mouth, past the mouth, down the central channel as you rock to the middle of your feet. Hands are at the middle, at the navel, and then sink and let it go through. Push through the earth, come back to standing. You're standing in the middle. And then do another round by starting rocking back, forward, back, middle, open up the courtyard, butt goes back, and then through. Back to standing. Back, forward, back, middle, through. Two more. Shogun, closing gesture, wings, roll, fold over top, settle down, down, down through the middle, settle at your middle. Tai Chi. Hands come down alongside you. I'm turning sideways so you can see some of the angles, but we just go forward and up. And then from this position with the wrists relaxed, then we sink, shoulder, then elbow, then wrist. And that sinking changes this relationship. So that gesture on the way down and then finishing it all the way down. Forward and up, the wrists are folded, folded, and then sink, shoulders, elbows, wrists, and then the fingers follow. Do this a few times and try to create a sort of water-like quality through the joints. So we're trying to take this often stiff and somewhat robotic body and retraining it towards its fluid matrix, fluid nature. So it's more lithe, pliable. By practicing with the arms, eventually we can feel that through the whole body, this ability to be this fluid. Now, as you come down on this last one, scoop the hands under and towards each other, low cradle. So you can see a sort of ball-like roundness here. Hands go down and sweep apart, out and up. Then shoulders sink, elbows sink, wrists sink. That same change has to happen. So we don't just come back down with the same shape. We got to change those relationships, and the fingertips follow. So exactly what we were just doing here, we're just doing that out. Changing and then sweeping. Under, changing. Open. So we're opening this space and this space, this whole girdle, this whole region, wanting it to be loose so that it floats and slides, that the joints are not barnacled and glued together. One more. Now embracing the moon, wings. Left palm turns uppish. As it comes up over, right hand sweeps under, and they come to meet at this center line, one above, one below, top and bottom of the ball. Then they both rise and fall there and meet at the middle. Then one rises, one falls. They go back to top and bottom. They go around the outsides, no cutting the corner. And then right hand turns palm up, comes up as left hand sweeps under, embracing the moon. So there's a few different places that common mistakes happen, but one of them is right here. Sometimes we'll move one arm a whole lot and the other arm not very much at all. So really pay attention to have both moving, one coming up to meet, one coming down to meet, and then both moving. Let's do that a couple of times, just that portion of. So Tony, I'm looking at you and I'm noticing your top hand is traveling all the way down. I'm guessing your bottom hand's not doing very much. So bring your top hand up and make sure your bottom hand comes up. Yeah, to meet your top hand that's coming down. So it's simultaneous, yes. And so that's that Tai Chi challenge, is the simultaneous movement of two opposite parts that is so sort of intriguing and difficult to our brain. Now, stay here. Top hand goes up over, bottom hand goes down under, but they end up meeting at the wing height. Then right hand over, left hand under, and the same thing on this side. One is coming down, but the other's got to come up to meet it, simultaneous, and then apart. Make sure the bottom hand comes up enough to meet the top hand so that they're arriving at the middle. And then let's go around the circle. So it's apart, around, towards the middle. Apart, around, middle. Last one. from the wings down. Bend the elbows, the hands come up, turn both palms forward, push. Around the back, draw. Turn, push. Draw. Push. Draw. Now, just turn the left palm forward and push. David, good. Now, when you turn the left palm back, turn the right palm forward. And now it's one draw, one push. Turn the right palm back, left palm forward, draw, push. Right palm and left palm. So this moment right here is this perfect little money spot to say, can you control both hands? So notice, Tony, your left hand didn't make the change. Right, good. And then draw, push. So both hands go from the position they're in to the other position, which are opposite of each other. And so that opportunity for the brain, it's that turnover point that's really wonderful for the brain and nervous system. One draw, one push. Hands. Draw, push. Because at first the brain wants both hands. Like right now, David, you have both your hands facing the same way. That's what the brain initially wants. But we have to get comfortable doing these opposite. So one is facing back while the other's facing forward. And then we go through. And then they change again. So one is facing back, the other facing forward. And Tai Chi is just full of those moments all over the place. And that's what makes it hard and also what makes it medicinal. So now bring that other hand back. Hands relax down. Take left hand behind the back. Right hand only for the moment. Make sure your feet are about hip distance or just a comfortable distance apart. Now, sweep the leg. As you sweep the hand across, the weight goes into that left leg and the waist kind of turns that way a little bit. Turn the hand around, we do brush knee. Sweep the hand across, the weight goes into your right leg and you turn a little bit to the right. Turn the hand again. Sweep the leg. Turn the hand. Brush knee. So those are two specific techniques. Sweeping this way, turning, sweeping that way. Again, this is the bear washing its paw. Now the bear swirls the stream. So turn your right palm forward, but instead of coming straight across, go around the outside of a circle as you shift and turn a little bit. Come in close to your body and do that same brush knee that we did a moment ago. Turn the palm around the outside of a circle, but notice my arm isn't lifting, it's staying down in the water, and then brush knee. Around, brush knee. Around. Now, as we do this correctly, it gets looser and looser. So then it becomes buoyant so that you can float it up a little bit. And this is the bear snatches the low jumping fish. And then it falls into the water. Brush. Floats up a little bit. Comes across. Falls into the water. Brush. Rises up out of the water, comes across, falls in. Now rises up higher to about chest height, the middle jumping fish, cross, down into the water. Every time you go down to the water, you're dropping all tension out. So we're coming across, we're a little higher. Sometimes there's a little activation that's happening to make that happen, but then we just drop it. release. Again, cross, down into the water. Now the high jumping fish, so just whatever the comfortable higher height, up over. Keep doing that for a few more cycles. All right, and finish. That hand behind your back, other hand out, sweep the leg, brush the knee. Sweep. So we're changing the weight to the right leg, turning slightly right, brush knees, changing to the left leg and sweep. Now swirl the stream so that hand goes around, kind of far away from the body, then comes in close. Brush the knee. Far, close. So we're just buying real estate, internal real estate. We're lengthening an area and then letting that area soften and come back in. So we're creating a sponginess, a pliability, while moving with liquid ease. As that buoyancy increases, then we can just float up and do the low jumping fish. So the palm is facing side, and then it can turn over, so we get that little spiral worked in there. So it rises up, and we're flat, and then it folds over and drops and comes through. Low jumping fish, buoyancy continuing to increase. We go to middle jumping fish, come up to about chest height, come across at chest height, falls into the water, brush. Every time you're returning to doing nothing, just soft, loose, easy. That should allow the next round to actually be able to feel easier. So it's addition by subtraction. As we subtract the lead, the tension, the barnacles, then the hydraulic and chi system gets to take over and we get to move with more grace. Higher jumping fish, so now it has a little bit of an up over the top quality and then a falling down through. Up over the top, falling down through. Up over. Now, bring that right hand out and let's just wash both our paws. Brush knee with one, sweep leg with the other, and then they change jobs. One brush knee, one sweep leg. Then they change jobs. Brush, sweep. Still being controlled from our middle. We're just changing weight, leg to leg, and turning our middle to create this fluid movement. Now, one hand is brushing knee, the other swirls the stream. Comes in close. As that one's going to brush knee, the other one swirls the stream. Swirl. Swirl. Buoyancy. Creeping into the body. Lightness, fluidity, creeping into the body. Then the low jumping fish. So this hand comes up and it's at that low level, comes across, folds over and drops into the water as the other rises. That fluidity creeping into all the little layers of tissue and fascia to where now we start doing the middle jumping fish. Arms around chest height, thereabouts. Still, every time it falls and releases. Falls and releases. Higher jumping fish. The bear series or sequence or progression that just clears out the back and shoulders. Now, on this one, last one, put your left arm behind your back again. Now, right arm, brush knee, wing, roll, fold. So it's right on the inside here. So I turn sideways, you can see it's not back here, it's right in this little pocket. So that pocket allows it to just move straight through as we shift and turn, and it extends. Drops down into the water, shift and turn, brush knee, let that float, rolling the arm, turn palm up, elbow fold, it falls right in that pocket, push. Down into the water, brush, knee, and push. Brush, push. Let that other arm out. Let it wing up. Other arm behind your back. Roll, fold, push. Drops down into the water. Brush. Wing. Roll, fold, push. Drops into the water. Brush. Wing, roll, fold, push, brush, push. Now, as that left hand goes down into the water, right arm, wing, roll, fold, shift and turn, brush knee, push. Then, right hand goes down in the water, left hand wing, roll, fold. Remember, the tendency is when this arm goes down, people just let it swing over here. Keep it over here so that we have somewhere to go from. Shift, turn, brush, and let the arms travel. And then return. Shift, turn, let that fluidity go through. And return. So long, and then sort of an elastic return. So it's the stiffness that often people have in it, and the Tai Chi looks kind of stuck. So we're really trying to emphasize long, which opens up space for that easy return. Long, return. Long, and wash, pause. Now, put left hand behind your back again, sweep the leg, brush the knee. This time, as you sweep the lake, the lake turns to vapor and rises up. This is ward off. So I turn sideways, look at how much room there is here, and also look at round rather than sharp. So try to get this feeling of creating like a hose filled with water, round all the way to the fingertips. Shift to the right, turn to the right, the cloud across the sky. The cloud naturally rains down, filling up the lake, and then sweep the lake. The lake naturally turns to vapor, rises up. Shift and turn, cloud. Cloud naturally rain. Rain naturally turns to the lake, sweep that lake. Vapor. Cloud. Rain. One more. And then bring that left hand out. Sweep the lake, put right hand behind the back, lake, vapor, cloud, rain, lake, vapor. You should be in your right leg here, and then cloud, you're in your left leg, turning left, rain, lake, vapor, cloud. Now, as the left hand vapors up, right hand dips into the lake. Cloud and lake. Vapor and rain. Cloud, lake. Vapor, rain. So when I say lake, what I mean is not only is the cloud coming across, but the hand is sweeping across. Otherwise, if it's stuck back here, you can't do it won't work. Vapor and rain, one going up, one going down. Cloud and lake. Sweeping. Vapor and rain. Cloud. Lake. Vapor. Cloud. Lake. Now we'll do that whole sequence with the double hands in a flow. Shift and turn. Shift and turn. Bear washing pause. As that loosens and loosens and loosens, it becomes the bear swirls the stream. As that continues to loosen, that becomes the bear snatches that low jumping fish. Low jumping fish. Middle jumping fish. Middle. High jumping fish. Brush knee and push. And cloud hand. And both hands down. Sink chi wash organs. Rock back. Forward. Back. Middle. Through. Two more. And shogun, closing gesture, wings, roll, up over, settle, 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 down to your middle, and then one hand over the navel, other hand over that hand. Couple of breaths here, just letting everything settle. And then Taoist bow. I'll grab a thumb, hand folds over, creates that little sort of yin-yang looking symbol. Thank you, everybody. If you have any questions, comments, whatever, feel free to unmute and we can chit chat for a bit.